Hey guys, long time since a review from me. It's been a while. I was trying to get this done a couple days ago, but I haven't been feeling good in the last couple days. And I tried to make one last night, and camera quit working, and my pug was snoring so loud, and I couldn't get her to wake up. It was rather comical. And then the camera just quit working on me, so I was like, you know what? I guess God doesn't want me making this video tonight, so I'm trying to do another one right now. I'm feeling a little under the weather, so my voice is kind of scratchy, so bear with me on this one. This is the Westminster TBS Bible from London, England. It's made by it was bound by the same people that do Cambridge Bibles, the printing and binding. It's right when you get it out of the box, you will notice the difference between this Bible and, say, local church Bible, which are my favorites. If you have any of the Lockman Bibles, the NASBs, I would say that it reminds me of a Lockman, almost on the same amount of quality, except the Lockmans are from China and have been slipping a lot with their quality control. The ones that I got, I like them, but they, have a little bit of hiccups here and there, that little defects that kind of bug me, but, nothing worth sending the Bible back. This Bible, let's get into what I like about it. First, I'll show the specs. It's about 6 inches on the money, just under 9 inches, just about 9 inches, just under. It's 1.5 inches thickness, compared to, let's see, here's the NFB ultra thin. So it's a little bit under on the width and thickness, and length is right on the money of the ultra thin. So if you got the ultra thin, I'll give you an idea of size. Let's see, we got local church hand size, and it is about 1/2 inch, maybe a little under, on width, length, right on the money too. So, oh, actually no, it's a little bit shorter than the hand size local church, so that'll give you guys an idea. When you take this thing out of the box, it's pretty stiff, same as the Lockman Bibles. You get it out, it's a paste-off Bible, doesn't have a leather liner, but they do run tape down the spine, and they go up inside the paper here and sandwich it like a leather-lined Bible. It gives a little strength on the tab on the spine, so pulling at it, it's not going to yank the papers out. Anybody with a cheaper Bible knows that, that's one of the first things that usually goes. But I think this one the way that it's built, it's going to last a lot longer than a cheaper Bible. And at a cheap Bible price. This was $65 from evangelical.com, guys. They do have fancy Bibles, but I tell you what, they have some cheaper ones from TBS and Lockman Foundation. TBS is a little bit better than the Lockmans. It just, the straightness of the cut, they're very even. Just, you can just tell when you pull it out of the box. There's a little bit of love and kindness that goes into making these. I love how the leather lifts up right here. They give it a little bit more give, a little looser fitting text block, not text block, but cover. I just like that look. It's nice. It's smooth. The gilding's quite nice. Don't have any scuffs or marks. Got a little bit of a scuff when they put the Bible markers in. They use a little tool, and it causes a little couple scuffs there. Nothing big. After using it for a little bit, I'll have scratches all over it. So I'm going to make this one my main. I've been wanting to kind of stick to King James. I like to use my NASB, and I love New King James. But I've been trying to stick with the King James lately, and I'm going to make this my main Bible for a while and see how it goes. And it's just that perfect fit. It's a good size. But there's the gilding for you. Don't be afraid. Everybody, I've seen other videos and everybody's like, this thing's stiff, and it is, out of the box. Very stiff, but it lays flat. It's a very flat laying Bible. It's, stitched text, and right there is one of the problems that I was going to get into. See that right there? You gotta be careful with that front page. It's like a Thompson chain, and it wants to swallow it constantly. It's just the way that the Bible's designed. It gives a little bit of space in here when you shut the Bible, and then it pulls that paper back and it gets shut in there. So you're just going to constantly having to be flattening that out. Just try to be careful. Like me right now, I just trying to do this with one hand and squished it again, but I don't care. It's going to happen. It's a Bible. You know, and the price that I paid for this thing, it's an amazing price, and you get a really good Bible for what you get. Anyway, stiffness. Okay, this is the NASB that on my other video. It's pigskin. It's not calfskin. So what you get with the calfskin is a lot softer fill. I mean, it's got kind of a rubbery. It's the only way I can explain it. It's kind of like a rubber fill. It's very soft, and you can feel the grain a little bit. With the pigskin, you get more of a harder type feel to it. A little thinner. You can feel that it's thinner. Same amount of thickness with their paste stop. So if you have a Lockman, pretty much the same, but just realize you're going to get a thicker, better leather on that binding. But softness-wise, this thing was just as stiff as this TBS Bible. Look at this Bible now. I mean, it's floppier than my calfskin local church Bibles. So don't be worried about it, being stiff. It only takes a little bit of use. I've had this one for over a month now, 2 months, and it is just goobery soft. So they'll work in. And I think this one will even work in better since it's calfskin. Let's get to the text here. It's got, the box says 80,000 references. Bible Buyer's Guide said it's a misprint. Randy Brown on there said that it's a misprint, and it is 200,000 actual references. So if he's right, that's quite a bit of references. The 80,000 was for the Concord Cambridge Bible, the Concord Bible references. So that's what they use in this, and then they added some more from another text. So you have additional references from 2 different texts. You have the original King James translator's notes on the side. You have the translators to the reader at the beginning from the King James translators. When you open it up, you get verses instead of family, like birth announcements and family stuff. They decided to put some verses in here. I like it. It gives the Bible character, but I honestly wish that some companies would just scrap the front papers. I know it gives the Bible a little bit more meat to the Bible, but for me, get rid of this stuff, and it'll be a softer, floppier Bible, and you don't have all that paper to worry about. But that's just something you deal with Bibles. It's got your normal table of contents. It's a stitched Bible, so you're not going to have to worry about it falling apart, guys. It's stitched and bound really well. It's excuse me. It's a very quiet Bible. You don't get any kinkling, or I think they call it cackling. Kinkling. You get little dimples in here, and it makes so much noise. My local church Bibles do that really bad. Snack, crackle, pop, Rice Krispie Bible, right? This one, no sound. Perfectly quiet. My NASB Lockmans are the same way. No sound. You get a local church Bible, and I don't know if the microphone picks that up. You're going to get a lot of snack, crackle, pop with that. Me, I kind of like it. It's a Bible. It's going to make noise, right? It should make noise. But sometimes quality is so nice and quiet. Nice and quiet, right? I like that. Except for that page that keeps getting munched. But eventually that page will be so munched it won't matter anymore. Anyways, let's get back to this puppy. It's got your normal table of contents. One great thing is TBS kept this Bible very simple. The print is amazing. The paper quality is amazing. It's a creamy, antique style. It's hard to explain on camera because you can't quite see it. But if you pick up any kind of yellowing here in the spine on the camera, the whole paper looks that color. So if you see a little bit of yellow, think of this gilding, the gilding here, almost halfway that way. It's very dark actually, and it's such a nice look to the paper. Just gives it this nice, easy color on your eyes when you're reading. I wish the camera would show it better so people could understand. Until you get this Bible in person, you just don't realize how nice that yellow paper is. I think it's some of the best paper that I've seen on a Bible. The print is just, I love the print. It's clear. It's not as bold as a lot of prints, but it's so crisp and clean that it makes reading really easy. The paper is somewhat, opaque. You can see through it. It's thin Bible paper, but it's done quite nice. And since they have line matching, your words on the front and back match up, so show through is not so bad. You can see it here, but when you're reading, you don't get a lot of gray and fading out from reading, which can get quite bothersome. And I never really used to pay attention to it until, I started picking up on, quality Bibles and looking for certain things like that. And once you kind of do, you start realizing, hey, you know what? It does matter. Sit down and read for an hour and see which Bible's more comfortable reading. I ended up not trading it, but got rid of my Thompson. I still have Thompsons in the house, but my personal one, I just wasn't really using it. It was a beautiful Bible. My brother-in-law has it now. But what I noticed with Thompson chain is they don't put this gap between the words, and that was really driving me crazy. And I never noticed really that bugged me so much. But now with this gap here, and they put space in between the text, when you have that connected, it really starts to bleed together. When you're reading at night, and when you start reading for a good hour, it starts to get kind of annoying, and everything gets loud on the page. What TBS has done with their references, they've actually added archaic definitions. So that's something that I always really, really wish the Thompson chain had. If they would add that, that would be such a huge addition to their Bible. To not have to go and get something else to find out what that means while you're reading is excellent. Because you can just sit here reading and go, oh, you know what? What does that mean? And you just go there and you look at it and boom, you got the answer. It's really cool having that. You have these little headings here at the beginning, which I think is from the original. I think it might actually be from like 1700s. It was out of a KJV from the 1700s. Excuse me. Throat's a little bit raspy. Some of the side notes are from the King James original translators, and some are from another gentleman that made a different kind of commentary Bible. I can't quite remember it right now, but it was a commentary Bible which they added his commentary to it along with the King James notes. So if you're somebody who's been looking for something to have those archaic words right on hand, this is an A+. It's just really cool. Paper-wise, quality-wise, size-wise, such an easy Bible to pack around, and it's not too small, it's not too large. It's just a perfect Bible. You're not going to have your Jesus in red. It's all black text, which I don't mind. Doesn't bother me that much. I used to like my Christ in red, but now I've kind of gotten used to having it in black. And when you get just straight black text, you don't have to worry if the red's going to be too bright, too dark, not enough. And, if you're a Thompson fan like me, one of the main problems is too much discrepancy in the red. You don't get that with the black edition. Just a clean text all the way through. There's not a loud noise or anything like that. It's, you get your text, your references on the side, nice and easy, and just a clean, crisp Bible. You get your 4 markers. I'm not really big on having 4, so I'm probably going to take these out and put in 2. I think 4 for me is just too much. I don't need that many. Kind of get in the way. Some people like them, some people don't. They're a little bit cheap quality-wise. They're not the greatest, but they're there. Some Bibles only give you 1, and sometimes they can't even put that in right. So they did a really good job with this. They put them in good. I just don't care for that many. The Concordance is just your basic Concordance, pretty much like other Bibles. They add a lot more because they don't put in, whole verses. They'll put a word and then they just put a little few words with a verse to refer to. So they get quite a bit actually in there for each word. Let's see. You have 32 blanks in the back for notes. That page is getting swallowed like the front one. Like I said, the maps are beautiful. Nice colored on matte finish. Really good Bible. And I am running out of time. So guys, check out the TBS Bible, $65 on evangelical.com. And believe me, it's a really nice Bible. Don't miss out on it if it's something that you've been thinking about getting. I say get it. It's definitely worth it. I think that you'll really love it in your library. So anyways, guys, God bless, and have a good night.